Welcome back to the talk tonight. It's a rare challenge to New York Governor Andrew Cuomo. It's coming from another Democrat. He appointed as co-chairwoman of the state's Democratic Party, Syracuse Mayor Stephanie Miner. She says she has no plans to step down from her position after submitting an op-ed piece to the New York Times last week. You might remember she called the governor's pension proposal a gimmick, saying New York State needed leadership. New York Daily News story published today claims to quote some sources, or does quote sources, close to Governor Cuomo, saying that Miner could be forced out of her chair position. And, well, that doesn't come as a surprise if that people are at least talking about that. Syracuse Mayor Miner, it was last week, was actually ended up being a Valentine's Day letter to the governor. I'm not sure about the positioning, but she had to work with the New York Times that had to pass muster that this was a type of article and a type of content that they wanted to publish in their newspaper. And what it does, if you haven't seen it, we have links to it on our website. It really details what she thinks is a plan where New York State could address 1 through, say, 5 issues that would help relieve some of the burden on local governments.
And I don't really know if there's any love on this Valentine's Day between her and the governor.
Not right now.
It's tough. It's bold. It's risky. Some say it's smart. She's being honest. But it's tough because what happens from here? Will this kind of damage not only her relationship with the governor and other state leaders, but also the city of Syracuse for years to come?
Well, remember, she came out once already and was critical of the governor. And then Lieutenant Governor Duffy was dispatched to Syracuse to talk badly about her and tell her that, well, what are you trying to do, have the Albany bail you out? So we already know that the governor and his administration know how to try to punish somebody for speaking out. But how far will that go? Michael, what do you think will happen here?
Well, she's not going anywhere, according to her today. But she also doesn't want to speak publicly about it. She wants right now for this to be on paper. She issued statements to us, it's statements to Syracuse.com, so she doesn't want to speak publicly on it. I would imagine, I asked the mayor today, I gave her a whole 90-minute window from 5 to 6:30. I said, come on, do one interview with me, which will obviously then go everywhere to all the people who want to report on this, and she had other plans tonight, so she wasn't able to make time for that.
Although, after the op-ed piece did come out, she did do an extended interview with YNN on their Capitol Report. She has talked about it, but now
not since
seems to be circling the wagons.
The New York Daily News today came on first on its website, even before the paper was published, and said there are these high-profile sources at the state capitol who say that someone's ready to cut her off at the knees.
Yeah,
which is strong language there. Certainly the Republicans in Syracuse are probably cheering because of this. They don't have a candidate yet that they've announced to run against her.
And that may be what Tom Dady would say, but I also think that there's a risk for Republicans in our own community. And we've seen this after I wrote my blog about this the day that the article came out and really applauded the mayor for speaking up for upstate cities and for Syracuse. And the comments that have come out on Facebook and in our CNY Central website have been largely supportive of her.
Locally, this is not a net negative for the mayor of Syracuse.
And also in that ever-critical independent type of voter, the one who sits somewhere in the middle, which is where so many people sit politically, where they're saying, I wasn't really a Stephanie Miner fan, but I like the fact that she's actually challenging Governor Cuomo, which very few people have done in his 2 years in office. So that's a big step forward, and people right now, as you know, as we've seen from gun control rallies and other, there's a contingent of New York State residents who are not happy with Governor Cuomo at all, even though he's still extremely popular overall.
Tom Dady left it at, his text to me was, who was the first person to say she couldn't do both jobs? That's how he wants it that's what he wants to resonate right now.
Quickly going to our Facebook page tonight, because we have a number of you that are chiming in on this issue tonight. Cheryl Neary saying, well, I'm a Democrat and I don't like her. I don't care how she goes as long as she's gone. Other people saying that they support the mayor. Ken Temple saying, no, King Cuomo must go. She was right to stand up to him.
So our talk tonight continues. We'll get back to this topic. I'm sure it's not going to go away over the next couple of weeks. This time, though, we're going to trade politics for fashion, culture, and body image. New rules in Israel about what it takes to walk on the runway, hoping younger models are healthier role models in the future for teens who look up to them.